Hi, Northlight family. Pastor Jeff here. And thanks to hundreds of you, we had a fabulous start to our summer schedule and a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. I hope it was lovely for you. And here at North Lake, we had two very full and buoyant services. Thanks to all of you who made transitions, who adjusted accordingly for the contemporary service at 9 o'clock and the traditional at 11. And I know I heard from many of you that you were giving it a try, and we thank you for doing that. I'm sure not everybody was happy, but it seemed like a great morning here, and a lot of folks enjoying ice cream in between the services, which was a first for me. I don't remember ever having done that before on a Sunday morning. It was a beautiful weekend, but I was also struck by something else. And I know many of you are golfers. Many of you enjoy the game and are actively following the PGA. And I was struck by something this past weekend that has just prompted me to share with you. Um, it pertains to Grayson Murray, one of the golfers who was playing at the tournament in Fort Worth, Texas. And he withdrew from that tournament on Friday, allegedly because of illness. Then the next morning, other golfers in the world found out that he had died at age 30. On Sunday, his parents confirmed that Grayson died by suicide. And I know what a pall that cast over the tournament and all of his friends and other golfers. The response to it, I wasn't able to watch any of the rounds of golf, but I was tracking with the story and reading about it and really feeling for what was occurring there. Grayson Murray, I remember when he won back in January. I was watching the end of that tournament when he had a breakthrough victory, hadn't won for 7 years, and he broke through and won the Sony Open in Hawaii. And following that, he expressed with great candor the struggles that he's had with alcoholism, and yet he'd been sober for a number of months. Then he also was candid about his struggles with depression and with anxiety. And so all of it had gone together, and he really had medicated himself with alcohol. But this was a breakthrough victory, and he and family and everyone else was hoping that this put him on a whole new course. And all of this takes place with somebody who has grown up as a Christian, as a follower of Jesus Christ, who loves the Lord, and yet still struggling with what was happening in his mind and in his heart. And I know that as a pastor for now nearly 45 years, I've been with many, many persons who have struggled with depression and anxiety and an assortment of mental illnesses, including some in my own family. There have not been any instances of suicide in our own family, but as a pastor, I know I've conducted funerals for at least a dozen persons who took their own lives. And I've witnessed the hardship and the grief that gets so jagged and complicated for family members and friends around that person. And we can scarcely understand the darkness and the blackness, if you will, that they've had in making such a decision. I think that's prompted me to say to you, as a result of this weekend and the experiences that I've had, that we at North Lake want to make sure that if you're ever feeling that kind of darkness, if you're feeling that you're going through depression or going through anxiety disorders or some other version of mental health challenge, we understand. We want to be in prayer alongside you. I know that just because we're followers of Jesus doesn't make us immune to having struggles of mind and heart and soul. And so we want to do everything we can with our deacons, with our Stephen ministers, with us as pastors, and as a congregation, to be thoughtfully and prayerfully engaged with each other, to lift up one another, and to walk as best we can together, given all the things that can weigh someone down and lead to the depths of depression. We care about you and others you care about. Maybe you've lost someone you've loved through suicide, and there's a weight of that you carry with you a long time afterwards. Just know that we as a staff are prayerful and mindful of that and alert to ways that we can help. We wish you God's blessing. We're headed into a summer season with many things to do, and I hope lots of joyful and bright days. But we know it's not always easy. And so with God's help and with each other, even walking through the valley of the shadow of death and all that that can mean, let's be there for each other and helping out, caring, loving, and blessing in the name of Jesus. And when you see someone this week, speak a kind word. Express the love of Christ. Let's not miss opportunities to do that at every turn. The Lord bless you and keep you.